How's it, guys? Welcome back to FX Rhapsody. Today we're going to be looking at two pairs again, two currency pairs, euro pair, dollar pairs. Is going to be the euro USD dollar and also the British pound USD dollar. We're going to be doing analysis on these pairs and also using the COT reports. Now, to get the COT reports, just go visit my website on the left-hand bottom side corner. You can go to the resource tab on my website and just go download it for free. And there's also some more info on the website, previous analysis videos, previous strategy videos. If you are getting started in trading, there's video categories, let's get started, and all the other video categories that can help you in your trading career. There's also a tab there for my preferred brokers. Just go visit them, especially for currencies and indices. I've got a perfect broker for you guys to use, the ebook brokers, and I explain everything about ebook brokers on the website as well. Okay, so let's hit the charts. So we're going to be starting off with the euro USD dollar. Let's just hit the monthly time frame first, seeing that we heading towards the end of the month. Now, as we can see on the monthly time frame, I'm just going to do that. We can see that a big support area has been touched, and I did speak about this before. So you can see this is a huge support area in the market for the euro. It's been touched, it went past it, came up, and now, like I said, it's towards the end of the month. Let's see what this week brings. Will this candle close above this, or will it close below this big support area? It's just going to be interesting to see what's going to happen on a daily time frame. Now, on a daily time frame, nothing much to look at, but I mean, we can still, let me just have a look here. Don't want to zoom in too much. There we go. Not go back too far. So we can see this trend line that's been respected, obviously, with this downtrend and this trend line being respected constantly. We can also see that there is an area that the market broke, and we might see it in the lower time frames. Just going to do that and that. So there we go. So an area of resistance, 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 broke through it, turned support. The week closed just above that area, hitting that trend line. So it's going to be interesting to see if this is where the euro is just going to break through this trend line and then carrying up to the upside. So interesting week ahead, and let's see what it will bring. On the 4-hour time frame, I'm going to zoom it out a little bit for you guys. Okay, so on the 4-hour time frame, you can see this consolidation happening, price breaking through it, coming up again. We have been speaking about fair value gaps in the past. Yes, I know there's a fair value gap that was created here. I'm just going to show you this one. Break in price. So, but this was a downwards one, so you would have to wait for this area, and you can see it is broken. We also, the reason for that is, the reason I didn't even trade this fair value gap is because I knew about the support area at the bottom there for the week. So you can see price turning, and I was anticipating price to just go to the upside, maybe just break above that area. So you can see that there's another area of fair value gap that was created over here with this price breaking through it, coming back and then retracing nicely to that area, and basically starting to move up, price going into that fair value gap area. Now, what we're looking at now is, again, price, as you can see. I'm just going to create this area here. There's another structure that was broken, creating that fair value gap at the bottom. I'm just going to highlight it out for you right there. So you can see price going and tapping into that area. Okay, I'm going to be pulling out the Fibonacci from this low to that high. And I would really like this price to just, for this week, just to, come down even a little bit more. just towards that 62 area, and then from there on breaking up. So I would like to see price just hitting that fair value gap a little bit more to the middle, and then looking at any buy opportunities going up. So we might see price opening up on Monday, just creating that little bit of a bearish movement and then starting to move up. But again, price could go the other way as well. We're also looking at price, hunting the liquidity. As we can see, there was an area of liquidity that was broken here or hunted. Just want to see and show you right about there. So you can see liquidity being hunted there. And now the next one, if price decides to start hunting the liquidity to the top, we might see price hitting that area. So maybe retracing back a little bit and then going up to the upside. So again, interesting week ahead. So let's see what happens in the market. Now on the hourly time frame, okay, just going to expand it to that so we can see clearly. Okay, so on an hourly time frame, just going to show you again. So price going up and down and then moving up. Okay, now with this break in structure, you can see there is a very small gap created here. Okay, right there, fair value gap that was created. Just going to zoom it a bit or pull it to the side by this structure being broken. Okay, by this big candle, price going down, creating that fair value gap at the bottom, and then price pushing up again, and then retracing a little bit back. Now what I would like to see again, Fibonacci pulling out from that low to that high. And as you can see, this area is a very nice area for price to come and retrace. So we might see price going into that 62% to 70% retracement and going to the upside. This is also a nice area for price to come and retrace back to that fair value gap area. So yes, with this setup, stars might align and see price going down and then moving to the upside. But again, price might just decide to break through and continue to the downside. But sure enough, when price gets to this area, you drill down to your lower time frames and look for all those opportunities for a buy. So yes, I am a little bit biased in buying on the Euro USD dollar. So let's just look at the COT reports, what the Euro is doing. So as you can see, this is a big movement to the downside coming up. And now you can see this, it's basically the net positions. It's starting to grow slowly. It went from a negative 6,000 to a 16,500 to a 20,000. Basically, the big banks and institutes are putting more longs in the market. We had a big push over here, big push to the downside. So basically, you saw this big negative. That's that on the monthly time frame. You can see that push through that area, coming up again, breaking that support area, and then price retracting as we saw on the monthly time frame. And then, then institutes put some longs in the market, closing their short positions. And let's see if this is going to be the trend where price is going to start moving to the upside, and the net positions will be growing then. Next pair we're going to be looking at will be your British pound US dollar. Again, on the British pound US dollar, I want to just look at the monthly first, seeing that it is heading towards the end of the month, and let's just see what price is doing. So on this monthly time frame, we can see over here, I'm just going to pull it nicely. So price coming again, hitting a support area, and now again, almost hitting that support area line over there, or basically just touching it and then retracting a little bit on the monthly time frame. So big area of support in the market. I mean, this is just as the euro, it's been respected since 2016, 19, 20. We're looking at 2022 now. So big area in the market. So will this be the area where price starts pulling back again, going up? But again, so basically continuing with this consolidation area in the market. So it will be interesting to see when price is going to break that consolidation on the monthly time frame. Going to the daily time frame. Okay. So on a daily time frame, nothing much to talk about actually. Price, still in that bearish movement. Price going down, pulling up a little bit. So, will this be an area of market being still selling off? I'm just going to look at this Fibonacci to see if it's actually, if you had to take that low, that high to that low, you can see price hovering in that area of the 62%. Will this be a nice area to sell off? I'm not too sure. Like I said, this is the monthly, towards the end of the month. I'm not 100% sure the price will be carrying down, but again, anything is possible. So yes, we might see that continuation to the downside, and maybe even touching that bottom support on the monthly even further. 4-hour time frame, let's have a look at this. So like we saw, this is, I'm just going to highlight this out for you. Okay, right about there. So that area is an area of structure being broken. Price pushing it, smart money pushing that money or pushing that price through that area, creating that fair value gap, right? And you can see fair value gap not being, touched there, or not being filled. And if you pull it to the side, you can see this is the area where the fair value gap is being filled. So now, obviously, great area to start selling off. But again, will this be the, again, heading towards the end of the month, it's a bit risky just to sell off. But for those of you that's doing swing trading, if you are selling in this position, just make sure that your risk is properly in place. Whoops. If I had to sell off here, obviously, that your risk is going to be right about there. Okay. Just leave your stop losses up there if you are selling off, just in case price decides it's time to start heading to the upside, and then starting the new month off with a big push to the top, basically from a bearish movement moving to a bullish movement. Monthly, the hour time frame, again, like I said, very difficult to say that price is going to be selling off, okay, because what we see here is another break in structure. I'm just going to help show you here, the big break. Oops. Okay, and I can actually pull this across, so you can see that's a nice area, price coming back. So fair value gap being created in that area. As you can see, price going up, coming back into that fair value gap area, and now price is consolidating, obviously, because it was towards the end of the last week, price consolidating in that area. So anything is possible, guys. This is now for the British pound US dollar. I'm just keeping a close eye on this. I'm definitely drilling down to my lower time frames. I'm just going to be looking at what's happening, just reacting to the market. Like we saw on the monthly time frame, it's hitting bottom. Will it start retracing back up again? The daily time frame, not much to show. 4-hour time frame looks like it's going to start selling off with that big fair value gap that's formed. So this basically, this price area over here, hitting that fair value gap on the 4-hour. But if you look at the hour time frame, breaking that little structure, hunting some liquidity that's at the top, okay, coming back, hitting that fair value gap area, and now it's starting to move up ever so slightly. All right, so interesting times ahead. Drill down to your lower time frames, go look at what price is doing exactly the way that I'm analyzing over here. Do it exactly on your lower time frames, and you might find with these movements that's happening on the hourly time frame and the 4-hourly time frames, on a 5-minute and a 1-minute, it's nice pips that you can be taken. So that's all from my side today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this analysis. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell, There's definitely some more analysis coming your way this weekend, and some more, trading content that might help you guys. Guys, I hope you are having a fabulous, fabulous weekend. Stay safe and happy trading, guys.